Most men get stuck in the same trap. They can't tell if a woman is just being friendly or if she's actually flirting. And because they don't know the difference, they either make a move too soon and get rejected, or they wait too long and miss their chance. The truth is, women rarely spell it out for you. Instead, they drop subtle signals in their behaviour, and if you can't read them, you'll always be confused. Friendly behaviour is polite, casual, and safe. Flirty behaviour is charged, playful, and filled with hidden tension. One keeps you in the friend zone, the other opens the door to attraction. The problem, most men treat them the same, and that's why they lose. Today, I'm going to show you the key differences between friendly and flirty behaviour, so you'll never mistake one for the other again. Once you understand this, you'll stop second-guessing and start recognising exactly when she's interested and when she's not. Point 1. The way she uses eye contact. Eye contact is one of the clearest ways to tell the difference between friendly and flirty behaviour. When a woman is just being friendly, her eye contact is casual. She looks at you when you're speaking, maybe glances here and there, but it's light, polite, and practical. It's the same way she'd look at a coworker, a cashier, or a random person asking for directions. There's no weight behind it, no tension, no spark. Flirty eye contact, on the other hand, carries a completely different energy. It lingers. Instead of looking at you because she has to, she looks at you because she wants to. Her gaze holds just a second longer than normal. Sometimes she'll lock eyes and smirk. Other times she'll glance at you, then quickly look away when you catch her, almost like she's guilty for getting caught. And the most powerful sign, her eyes wander, not just to your face, but to your lips. That's not politeness, that's desire breaking through. Most men ignore this difference. They think, she looked at me, so she must be into me. But here's the truth. Friendly looks are light and forgettable. Flirty looks are charged and magnetic. You feel them. They create tension in the air, even if nothing is said. If you walk away from an interaction replaying the way she looked at you, chances are it wasn't just friendly, it was flirty. Here's the mistake many guys make. They react too quickly. The moment they catch her holding eye contact, they rush in trying to force the moment into something more. That kills the natural build. The smarter move is to meet her energy, hold her gaze, stay calm, and let her be the one to break away first. That balance creates curiosity, and curiosity is what drives attraction forward. The psychology is simple. Humans use eye contact to test interest. Friendly eye contact is safe. It's about respect and acknowledgement. Flirty eye contact is risky. It's about creating intimacy without words. If she's holding your gaze, glancing at your lips, or sneaking looks when she thinks you're not watching, she's not just being polite. She's inviting tension. And if you know how to recognize it, you'll never confuse friendly with flirty again. Point 2. The way she touches you. Touch is one of the strongest signals that separates friendly behaviour from flirty behaviour. A woman who is just being friendly will usually keep her distance. If she touches you at all, it's quick, light, and functional, like a pat on the back, a side hug, or a casual brush of the hand that means nothing more than good manners. It's safe, impersonal, and often the same kind of touch she'd give a friend, a co-worker, or even a stranger. There's no spark in it. Flirty touch, though, is a completely different game. When she's flirting, touch becomes intentional, playful, and repeated. She'll find excuses to make contact. Tapping your arm when she laughs, brushing something off your shirt, adjusting your jacket, or letting her hand linger a second too long when she passes something to you. Sometimes it's subtle, like her leg brushing yours under the table and not pulling away. Other times it's bold, like playfully shoving you when you tease her or lightly running her fingers across your shoulder as she walks past. These touches are designed to create tension, to test how you respond, and to build a sense of closeness without saying a word. Most men miss this difference because they don't pay attention to how she touches. They lump every physical interaction into the same category. But here's the truth. Friendly touches are quick, minimal, and forgettable. Flirty touches are deliberate, frequent, and impossible to ignore. You don't wonder about a friendly touch, but a flirty one makes you replay it in your head later. Here's the mistake most guys make. They either ignore it or overreact. If you ignore it, she thinks you don't feel the chemistry and may pull back. If you overreact, jumping in too quickly, getting handsy without balance, you kill the tension by taking away her control. The right move is to acknowledge it with calm confidence. Don't flinch. Don't act surprised. Let the touch sit. Mirror it when the time is right. And let her feel that you're comfortable with the energy she's creating. Psychology is clear. Physical touch is one of the strongest nonverbal signals of attraction. Women don't repeatedly touch men they feel nothing for. If her touch is playful, intentional, and keeps finding its way back to you, it's not friendliness, it's flirtation. And the man who can recognize this difference will never confuse the two again. Point 3. The way she uses her voice tone is one of the easiest ways to separate friendly from flirty behavior if you know what to listen for. When a woman is just being friendly, her voice stays steady, casual, and practical. It's the same tone she uses with anyone, her co-workers, classmates, or even strangers. There's nothing special in it. She keeps her pitch neutral, her laugh light, and her delivery quick. It's about communication, not connection. But when she's flirting, everything about her voice changes. It softens, it slows down, and it carries warmth. She laughs more often, even at simple things you say. Her pitch may rise slightly when she's excited or playful, or it may drop when she's trying to sound more intimate. Sometimes she'll draw out words, especially your name, like she's savouring the sound of it. Other times she'll speak faster or stumble slightly because her nervous energy is spilling through. All of this is her subconscious way of showing attraction without having to say the words directly. Here's the key difference. A friendly tone is functional. A flirty tone is emotional. If you walk away from a conversation feeling like her voice carried a spark, a little music, or a vibe that pulled you in, it wasn't just friendliness. It was flirting, and she wanted you to notice. Most men miss this because they're too focused on what she says instead of how she says it. They think, she laughed at my joke, so she must be into me. But friendly women laugh too. It's part of being polite. The distinction is in the quality of her laugh. Friendly laughter is quick and light, almost like a social reflex. Flirty laughter is fuller, warmer, and often lingers longer than necessary. It carries energy. It draws you in. Here's the mistake most guys make. They take her laugh or soft tone as a signal to jump in aggressively. That ruins the natural flow. The smarter move is to mirror her energy. If she softens her voice, lower yours slightly. If she draws out words, let the silence breathe before you respond. This shows you can handle the intimacy she's creating. Psychology is clear. People adjust their tone when they feel attraction. If her voice shifts softer, warmer, more playful, she's not just being polite. She's inviting you into a deeper connection. And once you can hear the difference, you'll never confuse friendliness with flirtation again. Point 4. The way she invests her time. Time is the biggest giveaway between friendly and flirty behavior. A woman who is just being friendly keeps her interactions with you short and efficient. She'll chat politely, answer your questions, maybe even joke a little, but she won't go out of her way to extend the moment. When she's done, she's done. because to her, you're just another person in her day. There's no urgency to stay longer than necessary. But when she's flirting, everything changes. Suddenly, she looks for reasons to keep the conversation going. She'll ask questions that don't really matter just to keep the interaction alive. She'll linger after the group has left, waiting for that one-on-one moment with you. She'll forget something so she has an excuse to circle back, or she'll find ways to be near you even when she doesn't have to be. This is not coincidence. It's investment. She's spending her most valuable resource, her time, because she doesn't want the moment with you to end. Most men don't recognize this. They think she just likes talking. Wrong. Women don't waste their time on men they feel nothing for. If she's stretching the interaction, it's because she feels something and doesn't want it to fade. The longer she invests her time, the stronger the attraction grows in her mind, because people naturally value what they invest in. Here's the mistake most guys make. They get overly excited and start doing all the work to keep her attention, talking too much, oversharing, or begging for her focus. That kills the tension. The right move is the opposite. Let her invest. Let her do the work of finding reasons to stay. Your role is to remain calm, engaged, but not desperate. When she feels she's choosing to spend time with you, her attraction deepens naturally. Psychology is clear. Effort equals interest. Friendly women keep things short because there's no emotional pull. Flirty women create time where there doesn't need to be any. If she's staying when she doesn't have to, if she's dragging out the goodbye, or if she's inventing reasons to be near you, it's not friendliness, it's flirtation. And the man who recognizes that difference never doubts where he stands. Point 5. The way she responds to your teasing. Teasing is one of the fastest ways to see if her behavior is just friendly or if it's truly flirty. A woman who is only being friendly will usually brush off teasing in a light, polite way. She might smile, give a quick laugh, or change the subject. Her responses stay neutral and she doesn't throw much energy back your way. It's safe, surface level, and designed to keep the interaction pleasant without creating sparks. But when she's flirting, teasing becomes a game, and she's eager to play. Instead of just laughing politely, she throws the energy right back at you. You tease her and she teases you harder. You joke about something small, and she doubles down with her own playful comeback. Sometimes she'll mock you in a fun way, exaggerating your words or pretending to be offended just to keep the back and forth alive. This isn't random. It's her way of building tension and creating intimacy without crossing a line. Here's the key difference. Friendly responses end the moment. Flirty responses extend it. If you tease her and she simply smiles and moves on, that's friendly. If you tease her and she leans into it, laughing, joking, escalating, that's flirty. She's not just tolerating your energy, she's fueling it because she enjoys the spark it creates. Most men get this wrong in 2 ways. Some confuse politeness with attraction. They think a quick smile means she's into them. Others go too far with teasing, trying to force flirtation by being overly sarcastic or harsh, which makes her shut down. The right move is balance. Tease lightly. See how she responds and match her energy. If she gives you banter, keep it playful and let the rhythm grow naturally. The psychology behind this is simple. Flirting thrives on tension. Teasing creates that tension because it's part challenge, part fun, and part intimacy. If she's meeting your energy with enthusiasm, it's because she feels safe enough and attracted enough to play along. If she's not interested, she'll never invest that kind of effort into keeping the game alive. So, remember this. Friendly women keep teasing short and safe. Flirty women turn it into a spark-filled back and forth. If she's feeding the fire, she's not just being polite. She's inviting you to fan the flames. Point 6. The way she shows jealousy. Subtly. Jealousy is one of the sharpest lines between friendly and flirty behaviour. A woman who is just being friendly doesn't care where your attention goes. You could talk to another woman, compliment someone else, or even mention another girl you're seeing and she'll respond neutrally. Maybe she'll nod, maybe she'll change the subject, but there's no emotional shift. Why? Because she's not invested. She has no reason to care. But when she's flirting, even if she won't admit it, jealousy slips through. Watch her when other women enter the picture. Does her tone change slightly when you mention another girl? Does she suddenly ask, "Oh, who's that?" with that subtle edge in her voice? Maybe she playfully mocks you about it, saying things like, "Wow, you've got options, huh?" On the surface, it might look casual, but underneath, it's her way of probing where she stands. She doesn't want to look obvious, but her curiosity is really a test. Do I matter to him more than the others? Most men miss this because they don't recognise the subtle cues. They think she's just making small talk. Wrong. If she's keeping tabs on who you're giving attention to, it's not friendship. It's attraction with a protective edge. Friendly women don't care enough to notice. Flirty women notice everything because in her mind, she's already competing for your attention. Here's where many guys mess up. They rush to reassure her. They panic and say things like, No, I'm not into her." Don't worry, that kills the tension and makes you look desperate. The right move is to stay calm and playful. Let her feel that little sting of curiosity without giving everything away. A smirk, a subtle shrug, or a confident redirect keeps the mystery alive and makes her want you even more. The psychology is simple. Jealousy is an emotional investment. If she feels nothing, she won't react. If she feels something, even a hint of it, she'll show it. The tone of her voice, the question she asks, or the way her energy shifts around other women, all of these are signs her interest goes beyond friendliness. So, pay attention. If she's acting a little territorial, testing the waters, or playfully jealous, she's not just being nice. She's showing you she wants more. And the man who sees that difference never confuses friendship with flirtation again. Point 7. The way she mirrors your energy. Mirroring is one of the strongest subconscious signals of attraction, and it's a clear divider between friendly and flirty behaviour. When a woman is just being friendly, she doesn't pay much attention to matching your behaviour. She'll stand how she wants, move how she wants, and speak how she wants. There's no synchronization. It's casual, unintentional, and surface level. But when she's flirting, her body starts to sync with yours, without her even realizing it. If you lean in, she leans in too. If you cross your arms, a few seconds later, she might do the same. If you take a sip of your drink, suddenly she's lifting hers. This isn't mimicry, it's subconscious alignment. Her brain is saying, I feel connected to this man. I want to be on the same wavelength as him. It doesn't stop with body movements. Sometimes she mirrors your tone, your phrases, even your energy level. If you speak slower, she slows down. If you're playful, she becomes playful. If you tease, she teases back in the same rhythm. This is chemistry and action. It's her signaling harmony and compatibility without a single word. Most men don't notice this difference. They're too focused on what's being said, not how it's being delivered. But here's the truth. Friendly women don't invest the mental energy to mirror you. They keep their own pace. Flirty women, on the other hand, naturally fall into your rhythm because they feel attraction and want to create a bond. Here's the mistake guys make. They either overlook it completely or they ruin it by pointing it out. Hey, you're copying me. That kills the magic instantly. The smarter move is to recognize it, embrace it, and use it as confirmation. When you see her aligning with your movements or energy, you know she's tuned into you at a deeper level. The psychology is simple. Mirroring is a subconscious bonding mechanism. People mirror those they like, admire, or feel chemistry with. If she's syncing with your gestures, your tone, or your energy, she's not just being nice. She's signaling connection. And connection is the foundation of flirtation. So remember this: friendliness keeps her separate. Flirtation pulls her closer. If she's mirroring your vibe without even realizing it, she's not just being polite. She's showing you she wants to be in your world. And the man who notices this difference will never confuse friendly with flirty again. Conclusion. The line between friendly and flirty can feel razor thin, but once you know what to look for, it becomes crystal clear. A friendly woman keeps her energy safe, neutral, and detached. Her eye contact is polite. Her touches are brief. Her voice is casual. Her time with you is limited. Her responses stay surface level. And she feels nothing when your attention shifts elsewhere. That's friendliness. It's comfortable, but it doesn't carry sparks. Flirty behavior, on the other hand, is alive with tension. Her eyes linger, her touch lingers, her voice shifts, and she goes out of her way to invest her time. She teases, she tests, she shows subtle jealousy, and she mirrors your vibe without even knowing it. None of that is accidental. It's attraction leaking through her behavior. Most men miss these differences because they're too focused on words instead of signals. But words can lie. Behavior doesn't. Once you learn to separate friendly from flirty, you'll never second guess this again. You'll know when she's just being polite and when she's inviting you to escalate. And the man who reads these signals with confidence, he's the man who never confuses kindness with desire and never misses his moment.